Minot Workforce Academy is opening up CDL classes for public high school seniors. Soon after, if there are adults who want to be licensed, classes will be determined at that point. For high school seniors' portion, costs are covered by state funding for career and technical education. About 8 students will learn theory and get hands-on simulation. They hope to take what they've learned and graduate with a commercial driver's license. For the upcoming adult portion, there isn't a set date yet. Jim Rosted, Ward County Commissioner, says they are working on condensing the course.
A lot of them have family obligations and just can't afford to give up a year or two in school. So that's what our hope is at this time.
Classes will open in August for high school students.